Spooky, spooky.
I don't know, she's going through some things. Hello Champagne Nightmares, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, I don't know how you found your way here, but I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. My name is Janessa, and I am North Dakota's trash queen of glam, geek, and gore. And for today's video, we are going to be unboxing the CultureFly Horror Haul box. So this is a new-ish, I think they're on the third box is coming up pretty soon. It's a new-ish horror box subscription, and I'm going to show you what I got and tell you what I think about it. So if you're excited to look at some horror collectibles and merch, some little goodies in a mystery box, then stick around because we're getting into it right now. Now, back in the day, I don't know if anybody else, if you subscribe to Horror Block, let me know down in the comments the favorite thing that you ever got. I loved Horror Block. So Horror Block was a mystery box subscription where you got horror-themed goodies. And what I loved about it is that it wasn't just like merch for the new hot movies that were coming out. It had a mixture of new movies and classic movies, and it just had weird items, and it had things that sometimes weren't even related to a property. So in a couple of the boxes, they gave these weird, like, creepy doll heads. One was like Baby Eats You Alive. There was a bust of Vincent Price that was a lot of fun, and there was a little bobblehead of this demon figure from the old school Twilight Zone episodes. It was just a lot of fun. I loved Horror Block, and it shut down. It was never the same after that. I was never the same. So CultureFly, they do this like DC World's Greatest subscription box that I've done from time to time. I think I signed up to get the Wonder Woman box and then canceled, and I haven't really seen anything that I've wanted. They announced that they were starting a new horror-themed box called Horror Haul. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. Now, life has been crazy, so I did get the first box last fall, winter. I think it came in like October, and I dug into it, and I did an unboxing on Facebook. I didn't want to wait until I had time for a filming day. So I brought the stuff so that I can show you, and then we'll look at the second box. The second box, I think, came out in December, and I've been holding on to it, so we're going to unbox it today. Hashtag not sponsored. I am not being paid to talk about this. I don't even know that I love it that much. We're going to talk about it as we go through. But I just wanted to show you I love a good unboxing. And sometimes we don't always have to unbox makeup on this channel. We love other things. So because of my love for Horror Block, I was like, let's give this one a shot. So let me show you what I got in the very first Horror Haul box. Alright, so the first box came in, I think, like September, and I just dug into it. I was like, I want to open this, see if this is even any good. I didn't want to wait for a filming day. So I got 6 items in this box. So the first one is just a sticker, and this is from CultureFly. So they probably do like some sort of themed sticker for every box. So not starting off strong with a sticker, but still cute. Now, I have gone to a few horror conventions, and I think if you go to those, whether you want to or not, you end up getting into pin collecting because there are so many vendors that have really great enamel pins and acrylic pins and things like that. So I'm really excited about this next piece. This is a fun pin featuring the classic horror film, The Exorcist. So here you can see we have a fun pin of Regan from The Exorcist when she's floating on the bed. And there's actually a little tightener on the back where you can actually make this go up and down. So like you can raise and lower this. I'm not going to play around with it too much because I've got nails on, but you can raise that up and down, which I think is really cool. Or if you had it like on a jacket, you could leave it loose and it could go up and down as you moved. I'm going to add this to my pin board collection. I think this is really cool. This is one of my favorite things from the box. I actually really like this. So if there's a pin in every box, that could be cool because I have a fun pin board. Maybe I'll show that off in a video sometime. And then there's this little crate. It's called like a horror small, SMOL. That is something that the kids say. I don't really get it, but so it's this little crate, and then it comes with this little figure of a gremlin. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I saw the Gremlins as a kid. It's not one of those ones that I have a ton of nostalgia for. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I do remember there was something in Gremlins that really freaked me out as a kid. And I think it had something to do with their grandmother. And I think she had like a chairlift that went up the stairs. And I think something happened. And for whatever reason, whatever happened with that really scared me. And so the Gremlins kind of freaked me out. So I never was like that into them. But this is kind of a fun little fun toy. And then we have a notebook and pen set, and this is Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. So I think it's fun that they're doing some of these more like classic properties. They're not just going with a Nightmare on Elm Street. Now this packaging, it's just a slip cover, and then this pen was just like shoved up into it, so the minute you took the plastic off around this just fell out. And it's the red and green of the stripy sweater. And this is fun, but then you pull it out and it's a VHS tape is kind of the look of the cover. So you do lose that movie poster look, which is kind of fun because this, especially once you take the pen out, this isn't tight to it. So you can't even like store it in there. So that's kind of a bummer. I do like the VHS look because I am a child of the 80s. And so a very soft spot in my heart for VHS tapes, but it's just kind of a fun little blank book. Kind of fun. Then we have two soft items. We have a piece of clothing. But before we get to that, we have a little blanket. This is It Chapter 2. And I'll try to...
Oh, is it like a little lap blanket?
Yeah, so it's kind of just like a little blanket, but it's very small. So you can see if I can get it all the way out. But then it's got Pennywise, and it's the clown, and then the monster version. And then it's got a little thing at the bottom that says, come back and play.
Oh, go up higher if you want to show that. Even higher. Oh, yeah, there you go.
And so it's got that little thing at the bottom that says, come back and play. It's for Chapter 2. I mean, the quality is a little bit sketchy. It does seem like that cheap material that will actually keep you warm. I can use it to keep one titty warm because it's kind of small and I'm a big girl. Kind of cute. I like it. This would be great if you're like collecting blankets for like an animal rescue or something, because it's not something that is super fancy or anything, but I mean, it's cute. And then we have a hoodie from Friday the 13th. So it's got the fun logo, which is really cool. And then it's got Friday the 13th down the sleeve. But what's either really cool or really terrible, depending on your perspective, is the hoodie actually zips up and there's a mesh hockey mask face over it. So if you zip it all the way up, you'll have a mesh covering over your face that looks like a hockey mask. So it's a little gimmicky, it's a little cheesy. I think it's kind of fun for a cheap costume. If you're just looking for like a go to the bar costume, this is a fun, easy way to like be in the spirit of Halloween. Not super functional for me. The size is a little bit small. Maybe I'll try to wear it for a filming video sometime and squash my titties into it. It's a cute idea. And most of these mystery boxes, the shirts and things that they send are often too small for me anyway. So I think it's cute. I think it's good quality. This feels nicer than the blanket. But that's what was in the first CultureFly box. So I've been sitting with this for a while. And I don't love it, but I liked it enough that I decided to get the second box. So we're going to unbox that, and I'm going to see how it compares to this one. And then I'll have to decide if I want to let it bill in February and get the third box. So here we have the second box. This one is still in the plastic, although the plastic has started to rip. But this one is actually a surprise because I haven't opened this. I've been very tempted many times, but now we're going to open it and see how it compares, and then we'll have a discussion about the Horror Haul box from CultureFly. I love that they feel the need to mark this 17 plus, like you need to be an adult to look at a t-shirt. So right on top we have this interesting art print. It's like a telephone booth. Oh, from the birds! It says the birds on the bottom, and then it's got a bunch of birds with like little bloody beaks. That's cool. I love the birds. I love Alfred Hitchcock. I'm in the process of moving my office. I am certainly going to have to get a little frame for this because I love the birds. So, okay, we're off to a good start. I appreciate this. This is a lot of fun. And we have another sticker. This time the CultureFly is a little Frankenstein. That's cute. I love the Frankenstein monster. I know it's not Frankenstein. Nerds, simmer down. It's the monster. But I love that. I also think it's weird, since we're getting close to Valentine's Day, I'm going to bring this up. I always think it's weird that they always put together, like, Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein as, like, a romantic couple. Like, they always put on, like, little Valentines and stuff. Because if you've seen the Bride of Frankenstein, they create this, like, corpse woman to be a bride for the monster. She wakes up and she just looks at him and screams and literally makes him destroy the castle. So, not really a happily ever after. Just saying. Then we have a pair of Chucky socks. These are fun. I love Chucky. So we've got knit crew socks. Very cute. I'm still, in my mind, percolating different horror icons with sort of a gender-bent focus. So maybe these might even make it into a photo shoot at some point. Maybe my gender-bent Chucky will have cute little socks. Okay, this bodes well because there is another pin in this box. I do love a pin to add to my pin board. This one is for Land of the Dead. Not one of the better Romero zombie movies, but it's a cult classic. It's a lot of fun. The zombies start to learn stuff, so that's cool. And that's a cool little pin. That'll be a fun little addition. These are all very big, so my pin board is going to fill up pretty quickly. My goal was to fill up the pin board and then be done, and I think what I've learned with this collection, as with all of my collections, you're never done, bitch. And it looks like we've got another little crate with another little horror small. So this must be one of the features of the box. It could be that maybe they are the people who make this. So CultureFly, this might be one of their products, so they include it. That's kind of how, like, the Funko boxes usually have Funko Pops, and they have other things that they make. So my guess is that they probably produce these. I wish it was like a blind box. That would be fun. But this, it tells you what it is. But it's Michael Myers, which is cool. We love Halloween. We didn't love Halloween Ends, but in general, we love Halloween. So here is the Michael Myers. He's bleeding from the eyes. I've seen all the Halloween movies, unfortunately. I don't remember one specifically where he, like, bleeds through the eyes, but this could just be, like, the effect that they're doing to make it, like, exclusive for this box. But I love a good slasher movie. I love the Halloween series. I love the idea of it. So this is very cool. And he can stand on his little crate. So if you subscribe to the box, you can create a little, like, display of all your little figures that came in it. And then we have some drinkware. I'll have to bust this out when we film another Don't Drink and Drag. Check that Hot Mess Express out right here. But this is a fun, like, beer stein from An American Werewolf in London. So again, I love that we're getting these very classic kind of properties. I think that's very cool. All right, so this is fun. This is a nice heavy glass. This is a high quality little item. I'm impressed. I love that it's got the slaughtered lamb, that little bar sign that they encounter at the beginning of the movie. And then it's got the logo for An American Werewolf in London. Fun. I like this, and this will be great for Don't Drink and Drag. I'm going to save that to last.
Okay. Oh,
all right. And it looks like there's a t-shirt. Oh, a long sleeve tee. And it is Creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh yeah, and it's got Creature from the Black Lagoon on the sleeves. That's very cool. Now again, the sizing is always a little bit off for me, but for filming, these are usually the right size because they're a little bit tight. They hold the tatas in place. So this might show up in a video sometime as well. I know I'm being all fancy today and wearing a dress, but you know she's trash and she's going to go back to the t-shirt soon enough. So this is very cool. I love that classic Universal Studios monster. Very cool. And the last one, I'm very excited for this. So this is a scarf. And I know that people trash this movie. So we were talking about Halloween earlier. One of the most, like, controversial sequels is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. They decided to branch off from Michael Myers and the Haddonfield storyline and tried to do something different. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's a lot. I think it's kind of fun. I think it was an interesting sort of choice. They maybe didn't know how big, like, slasher franchises were going to be and having those specific characters. Here is a fabulous scarf that includes the Halloween masks from Halloween 3. And of course, these were featured again in Halloween Kills. And these were featured again in Halloween Kills as a little homage. If you want to hear me talk shit about that movie, I'll put it right here. I think this is cool. I think that this is very iconic. Even if you're not a fan, people who know the Halloween series recognize this automatically. And this seems like a nice enough scarf. So I have some fun horror scarves that I've gotten as gifts or in mystery boxes. I'm going to add this to the collection. I love it. Sometimes when it's cold, you just want a little scarf to cuddle up with. This is perfect. All right, so I have to say, I think that this box is better than the first box. So the first box, number one, if you don't count the sticker, there were only 5 items. This one has 6 items plus the sticker. So we're already one ahead. Now I get it that like one of them was the hoodie. The hoodie is probably a little bit more expensive than a t-shirt, but you still get an extra item in this box. So the t-shirt is very fun. This is a beautiful look. Now this is a really thin t-shirt material, so it's not super heavyweight, but that's fine. I am in North Dakota. It gets cold here all the time. Sometimes people crank up their heat too high, and so you think, oh, I should wear something warm and comfy, and then you go to somebody's house and it's a fucking terrarium. And so I actually like thinner ones that I can kind of layer up and maybe put a cardigan over. This will be great for filming, so this is wonderful. I'll get some use out of that. I love the scarf. This is very cool. These little smalls, I mean, the last thing I need is one more thing to collect, right? Like, I've got so many collections. And this is not something I would have necessarily picked on my own, but I think they're cute. And so if you do get one in every box, that's kind of fun to create a little collection of them. And of the ones that I've gotten, I like Michael Myers more than the Gremlins. So this is pretty cool. I preferred the pin from the first box better because I liked The Exorcist and I liked that Reagan kind of went up and down and had that little gimmick. But I love that we're getting a pin, it looks like, in every box. I hope they keep that up because that'll definitely add to my collection. I think that's a lot of fun. Land of the Dead, you know, it's Romero, it's zombies. I'm glad they didn't just go with Night of the Living Dead. Again, they're picking some, like, other things from the franchise. So like Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Land of the Dead. So they're picking movies that aren't just like the first movie. They're going into the sequels and pulling some things out. I think that's a lot of fun. And then we've got the American Werewolf in London mug, the Chucky socks, the Birds print. I also don't know how to count, so you actually technically get 8 things if you include the sticker. So we've got the sticker, the print, the Chucky socks, the mug, the pin, Michael Myers, the scarf, and the shirt. I mean, I definitely think it's an interesting choice to start off not as strong with the first box. I think that they definitely picked some like classic things to go back to. So like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. But I have to say that this box is much better. This, I was a little bit wavering on whether or not, it's only 4 times a year, and it's only $50 for the box. So it's not a huge amount, and it's not like $50 every month. It's $50 every 3 months. I was kind of wavering on whether I was going to keep going, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to keep going. So let me know down in the comments below if you want to see unboxings every time these come in. I definitely could make that happen for you if you are interested. So let me know because I'm going to keep subscribed. Is that the right words? So I'm going to stay subscribed, at least for now. So that is the unboxing of the CultureFly Horror Haul boxes. I hope you enjoyed. I love it. Again, I'm super excited for this new one. This really kind of reinvigorated, because the first one I was like, this is good, but it's not great. Now, I don't think that these are blowing my socks off the way that the horror blocks used to, but I think that this second one is much closer to what I used to feel about the horror blocks. than the first one was. So I'm excited. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. What are some products, some franchises that you would love to see in upcoming boxes? Are you going to subscribe to this? Are you a horror fan? Let me know down below. While you're down there, don't forget to show me some love for these unboxings. Give me a thumbs up. Or if you're like, you are too much, I can't stand it, why do you keep unboxing shit? Give me that thumbs down. You know what? It's all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. Check my meat grinder. While you're down there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified of all future uploads. I really try to get at least one video out a week, and sometimes, if you're lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, spooky. The callback no one asked for. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website, The World of Champagne at JanessaJ.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you, and I'm excited to keep these unboxings going throughout 2023. And until I see you again, bye.